Well, I get to do both, really, so that's a wonderful thing. I've never anchored anything in my life before this. The first television show I ever anchored was the CBS Evening News. Not in local television, I worked in those days. When Jeff Baker asked me to do this, I said, "Are you sure? You've never seen me anchor anything before." And Jeff said, "It doesn't matter." He said, "First of all, I believe you can do it, but it doesn't matter because what we need is a reporter in that job. We need a managing editor." I've worked for Jeff for more than 20 years. He's taught me how to write. He's taught me in many ways how to think. And so we are well, there's no daylight between Jeff and I in terms of editorial policy and writing and all of that sort of thing. And he really wanted someone in the anchor chair who was a field reporter. And you know, it has turned out to be, in ways that I didn't imagine, incredibly valuable. Because now I have all these great young correspondents covering stories around the world. And when I edit all the scripts myself, all the correspondence scripts, me and the rest of my team, senior team, but every one of them goes through my hands. And because it's just the responsibility of a managing editor, right? I mean, that's what that term means. But when I get scripts in now from all around the world, whether Afghanistan or the White House or whatever, they're generally stories that I've covered. And I can help that correspondent with my questions and with the writing process and that sort of thing, because I've had an opportunity to be many of these places and see many of these things and write about many of these issues myself over many years now. And that was the genius of what Jeff saw that I didn't see, was that, you know, experience counts. It really does, particularly at CBS News. And so I enjoy both jobs very much. I still have my job at 60 Minutes and my job at the Evening News now as well. They're very different skill sets. The 60 Minutes work, those are pieces that we write and rewrite. We'll probably rewrite the average 60 Minutes piece in terms of writing it and editing the whole thing, video editing the entire thing. We'll probably go through 6 or 7 or 8 iterations before we get it where we want it to be. Rewriting it, we'll write the perfect script the first time because we have lots of experience. Then we'll cut the whole thing and it will be awful. It never fails. And so we'll go, okay, that was pretty bad. Let's try again. And then we'll write it the second time and we'll look at it and we'll go, that's pretty terrible, but a couple of things are beginning to work, because you can't write in television, you can't write these things on paper. You have to write them, get it for what you did, tape, the sound, and all of that sort of thing. Third iteration, fourth iteration, you get to the fifth iteration, and it really looks like 60 Minutes now, but it's 18 minutes long, and it has to be 12 minutes long. Whereas I like to tell my guys 11 minutes and 59 seconds. So then you do a couple of more iterations, it gets down to time that's perfect. The Evening News is a completely different thing. It is news now, live, and it's a lot of fun, but it's a completely different skill set. I hope I came close to answering your question.
The other half of our purchase twofer.
Thank you. It's an honor again, Mr. Todd. My question is, have you ever been in a situation where you have questioned your integrity as a journalist? And the second question is, can you mention a specific episode in your career that have changed your life as a journalist?
Boy, oh boy. Yes.
Talk about hardballs.
Well, that's right. The honest answer to your first question about questioning my own integrity is every day, and just about every minute of every day. One of the great things about a career in journalism is, it is one of those careers that tests your ethics and your standards every single day, and every story that comes across your desk or every story that you go out to cover. You ask yourself the questions. Am I doing this honestly? Are my own biases reflected in what I'm writing? Have I been fair to everybody involved? Is there some ethical problem here that I don't see, that I'm not recognizing? Am I missing something here? Every single day. And now as managing editor, I worry about everybody's work all the time. We have the greatest journalists, but the greatest journalists including my work, we all need editors. We all need another fresh pair of eyes to look at everything and to bring different thoughts to it. We have a very diverse group at the Evening News among the senior team. And the reason we have a very diverse group of men and women and various ethnic backgrounds is because they bring different things to the editing process. So the scripts go out to everybody, and everybody weighs in. We sit around this great big round kind of desk. We can all see each other. There are about 8 of us in this room, with Pat Shevlin, the executive producer, who runs the broadcast. And we debate all day long. Every script comes along, we debate, it should be this way, it should be that way, here's the part you're not thinking about. And so we deal with ethical issues on every story every day.